we're going to chat here for a couple minutes. So I obviously am the presiding judge. I said this is State of Ohio versus Taylor. We do have our jurors here today. We will be under the impression that you all have already gone under and done the jury selection process, and these are your jurors. Now, normally, what we would do at the end, because this is a criminal trial, we would send them all in the back to deliberate, and they would have to come out with a unanimous verdict. You can't convict somebody unless every juror says they want to convict. If even one juror says they don't want to convict, then you have a hung jury. So, but I think for today, for the time constraints that we have, maybe at the end we'll just have folks raise their hand and let us know how they would vote, just to give the kids an idea of who they persuaded or who they might not have persuaded. And I will give you a few jury instructions at the end about the law, but I won't give you the whole detailed instructions. So it just really helps to have you there so they can feel what it feels like to be arguing to a certain set of people. So that's excellent. All right, does anyone, I have questions. So let's see, we talked about the microphones, and will you be using exhibits?
Yes,
Yes,
Your Honor.
that's what I thought. Will you be making objections?
Yes, Your Honor.
Great, excellent. Now, are there any questions that I have not answered that anyone needs answered before we begin? Yes.
Do we have to provide you with non-stipulated exhibits?
If they're not stipulated, then when you get up to try to put them into evidence, you indicate to me this has not been stipulated, and then you will go ahead and attempt to introduce it as you would introduce the evidence. And then you will also, of course, ask to approach the witness or however you're going to handle the introduction. Okay, does that answer your question? All right. All right, any other questions before we get started? All right, then, to begin, we will hear opening statement from the state of Ohio. And please, you can go there if you like, and that microphone is on. Is the green light on it?
Yes.
All right, when you're ready, counsel.
Okay. Good morning, jury members, judge, and opposing counsel. My name is Alexis, and these are my co-counsels, Abby and Maddie. I'm also here with my witnesses, Jordan, Emery, and Dominique. Today, we will prove beyond a reasonable doubt that August is guilty. It was a February night, the night of a basketball game. Jordan decided to attend the basketball game with her friend, Emery. They went to support and ended up with Jordan becoming hospitalized. Jordan and Emery went to go get some concessions, which there they saw August. August yelled, and Jordan decided to interact. This gathered a crowd of people around August and Jordan. As Jordan was trying to leave, she accidentally bumped into August. This riled August up and began a fight. August is much stronger than Jordan, so this severely injured and ended up hospitalizing Jordan. Due to an accidental push, Jordan was left with a twisted ankle and a concussion. Today, my counsel and I will prove this was not a tactic of self-defense, but instead revenge. We will do this by questioning both our witnesses and the opposing ones. Our witnesses will prove August's guiltiness through answering questions with complete honesty. The opposing counsel may talk about August and Jordan's previous relationships leading up to this fight. Yes, there are text messages and Instagram posts that show how Jordan treated August, but please remember that this is a case about Jordan becoming hospitalized, not bullying. My opposing counsel may also bring up Jordan's history and previous grades, but we will rebuttal this by proving that Jordan has tried her best this year and was doing an amazing job leading up to this altercation. Jury members, I hope that you can listen and understand the case and give Jordan the justice she deserves. Thank you.
Thank you. And now, counsel for defense on opening. When you're ready, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, today my co-counsel will show you how the state has failed to prove their case beyond proof of reasonable doubt. What the prosecutors and the evidence will not show you is that August has been threatened by Jordan over the course of multiple months. This student, Jordan Settles, as soon as she met August Taylor, she began to threaten her. She posted things online about her to the extent that August had to leave her place of education and go to another school. August was then at a basketball game. She did not know Jordan was going to be there. Out of fear, she turned around and she saw Jordan, who had hurt her mentally. She screamed out, "Why are you here?" Then Jordan began antagonizing her. Everyone around her began to laugh. After her and August's level of fear began to increase. Jordan then rushes towards August and pushes her so hard she loses her balance. August was afraid of Jordan's next actions, so she responded to Jordan's violent actions and in self-defense, she hit Jordan. August wasn't sure of Jordan's next move due to the threatening post. Given Jordan's relentless behavior through text messages, August thought that the relentless text messages from online bullying would apply to the physical altercation. It wasn't August, but Jordan who started this fight. August honestly and reasonably defended herself. She believed that Jordan was going to cause her harm. August fighting better than Jordan is not the reason of this case. August fighting back in self-defense was not unreasonable. Based on this, we ask you to find August not guilty for felonious assault to the second degree because the state will not be able to have met its burden of proof.
Thank you, counsel. And with that, because the state bears the burden of proof in this case, they go first, and the state may call its first witness.
Okay. The state would like to call Emery to the stands, please. Emery.
Emery? All right, so it's hard to see, but there's a little ramp up here. Try to stay. All right, will you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you'll give in this case is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. Have a seat and make sure you talk into the microphone on your right, please. And counsel, when you're ready, you may inquire.
Can you state your name, please?
Emery Easton.
What is your relationship with Jordan?
We have been besties since 5th grade.
How are you as a student?
I am good. I am excited for college next year.
How has Jordan behaved this year compared to the previous years?
She's really good. She wasn't the best in the previous years, though.
Who were you with the night of the basketball game?
Jordan settles.
Did you attempt to get concessions that night?
Yes, we wanted to get candy and popcorn.
Did you hear anything that stuck out to you when you went?
Yes, I did.
What did you hear?
Sam yelling like, "What are you doing here?"
Did the voice sound familiar?
Yes, it sounded like August.
How did Jordan react?
She yelled back.
After yelling, did Jordan leave or stay?
She left and accidentally pushed August.
How did August react to that?
August started a fight.
And can you explain the fight between August and Jordan?
Well, August is bigger, so she beat her up.
Did you see any of the injuries that Jordan had?
No, but it caused a lot of stress.
Okay. No more further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. And on cross for the defense?
Stay there.
Oh, sweetie, stay down. Now you get cross-examined by the other side. It's all right. Just get into the questions.
Hello, Emery. So you said you was with Jordan
Yes.
that night,
Yes.
and you said y'all been friends since 5th grade, right?
Yes.
So y'all had a pretty good relationship, right?
Right.
But you knew he had past history with his friends.
Yes.
So coming into senior year, Mr. Jordan had mentioned that he befriended other seniors.
Right.
Ms. Jordan. So, do you know why?
No.
But y'all so close.
I know.
So how could you not know?
Make sure you speak for the record, because you have to say, you shrug your shoulders, we can't hear that, or the court reporter couldn't hear that. So can you, what does that mean? Say it.
I'm unsure why she befriended her friends, but she just didn't tell me.
Doesn't seem like y'all was pretty close to me. So during the game, y'all went to the concession stand, right?
Right.
To get candy and popcorn?
Correct.
Did you know August was there?
No.
So when you heard August scream, what was your reaction?
I'm like, oh my gosh, August is here. What's going to happen next? Because I wasn't sure why she was here and stuff.
So you know August and Miss Jordan had past history?
Well, yeah.
So when August screamed, what was you said your reaction was that, what?
Like shocked.
So why would Miss Jordan go towards somebody that's screaming at them? If he wasn't intentionally trying to hurt them or harm them.
I don't think she was trying to intentionally hurt them or harm them. I think she was trying to see who was calling her.
Why would you go near somebody that's screaming at you?
Well, maybe they can see you, but you can't see them and they're far, so they have to yell to get your attention.
But if you heard them screaming, why go in that direction? Would you?
Depends.
On?
If it sounds angry or if it sounds like I just need your attention.
Bro, what are you doing here? What does that sound to you?
Mad.
So why would you go near that?
If you don't know an answer, you can say, I don't know.
I don't know.
No further questions.
Thank you. All right, you may step down. Thank you so much for being here today. And the state may call its next witness.
I called Dominique Dallas.
All right, Ms. Dallas? It's really hard to see, but there is a little pathway here. Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you'll give in this case is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Yes. Thank you. Please have a seat and speak into the microphone. Counsel, when you're ready to inquire.
What is your name?
Dominique Dallas.
What is your occupation?
I worked 15 years at the Franklin Police Department.
Where were you when FHS was playing Easterville?
I was at that basketball game.
Did you hear anything on your walkie-talkie that night?
Yes, I got a call stating that there were two females fighting near the concession stand, and that one was really aggressive and was beating the other, who was pretty helpless.
When you reached the fight, what did you see?
I saw August kick Jordan in the head.
Did you recognize any of the students?
Jordan.
Has anything like this occurred before this event?
Jordan had some previous issues, but she's a good person and not a fighter.
What do you think caused this fight?
August claims that Jordan allegedly bullied her in the past.
What was the injuries that occurred that night?
A twisted ankle and a concussion.
Who had the injuries?
Jordan.
Those injuries were so severe that they had to be hospitalized?
Yes, I called 911 for the injured person.
What did you do to the aggressor?
I arrested August and charged August with felonious assault.
Do you think the aggressor took it too far?
I think so.
No further questions, Your Honor.
All right. And on cross-examination for the defendant? I'm sorry, what is it? Yeah. So you say, may I approach? Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
Ms. Dallas, so you mentioned that you knew Miss Jordan, right?
Yes.
And you knew he had past history, right, of getting in trouble, right?
Yes.
What was the incidents, if you...
Just bullying and struggles with school.
So he was known for bullying?
August, yes.
August or Miss Jordan?
Jordan was bullying August.
I'm talking about Miss Jordan. Did he have any past history of bullying?
Yes, August.
Okay. So when you got the call and you arrived to the scene, what did you see?
I saw one student on the ground and the aggressor, August, and August kicked Jordan in the head while on the ground.
So you seen a primary aggressor be August. What was August doing?
August was kicking Jordan in the head.
So you didn't see the start of it. You didn't know the beginning of it. None of that, how it started. So later on, you found out that August was getting bullied by Jordan.
Yes.
So that didn't occur to you that he was the primary aggressor? I mean, Mr. Jordan was the primary aggressor?
No, because when I arrived, I saw August kicking Jordan in the head.
Yeah, but you arrived late. So you don't know what happened first.
No, I didn't.
Okay. So when you found out that, August was getting bullied by Jordan, and you seen Miss August kick Jordan, right?
Yes.
So how did you feel? What was your thoughts when you heard that she was getting bullied?
My thoughts were that, as I said, yes, Jordan had some previous issues, but she's still a good person and not a fighter.
Being a good person doesn't define you being a bully.
Yes, but you can still be a good person. You can have previous issues and become a good person.
That's true.
Objection, Your Honor. She's answering off her opinion.
Okay. So you're saying that she's not qualified to give that opinion?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Could you maybe lay a foundation as to why you think you're a police officer? Why the police officer is qualified to talk about what makes a good person? Is there any background you could ask her as to why she might know that?
Can you repeat the question, please?
So if we want to ask her opinion, she's testifying as a police officer, and she's also testifying as somebody who saw something. But they're objecting that you're asking her to make conclusions about things that they're saying. She doesn't necessarily, her opinion is not an expert opinion about what makes a good person. Is there anything that you want to ask her that you think would establish that she could be an expert about what makes a good person?
What's your definition of a good person?
Person that cares for others and has good qualities.
But bullying isn't caring for others.
But as I said, you can have previous issues and become a good person.
So when you found out,
Excuse me, that's your objection that she's saying that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I'll overrule that objection for now. Go ahead.
So when you found out that Jordan, was not the primary aggressor, what was your thinking August was?
Yes, I thought August was the primary aggressor.
Why?
Because I saw August kicking Jordan in the head when I arrived.
No further questions.
Thank you. All right, you may step down. Thank you very much. And the state has one additional witness, is that correct?
The state would like to call Jordan Settles.
All right. Good afternoon, morning. Raise your right hand. You swear or affirm the testimony you'll give in this case is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Right. Please have a seat and speak into the microphone. And counsel for the state when you're ready.
What is your name?
Jordan Settles.
Do you go to school?
Yeah.
Where do you go to school?
Franklin High School.
Did you go to the basketball game in February?
Yes.
Did anything out of the ordinary happen while you were there?
Not until the fight.
Can you tell me about it?
Me and my friend Emery went to the concession stands to go grab some snacks, and as we were heading back to the gymnasium, we ran into August, and he started yelling. And as I was trying to walk away from the situation, I accidentally bumped into him, and he started punching on me, and I ended up on the ground, and I was trying to run away, and I sprained my ankle, and then he kicked me in the head, and I don't remember much after that.
Can you tell me who made contact first?
I did.
But did you feel threatened by August?
Yes.
What were you doing when August first hit you?
Getting snacks.
Did you have any contact with August after she switched schools?
No.
Did you know that August would be at the basketball game?
No.
What injuries did you suffer from?
A concussion and a sprained ankle.
These are the medical records from her visit to the hospital.
Okay. Those are stipulated to, correct?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Were there people around when this incident occurred?
Yes.
Could you give me an estimate about how many people there were?
5 to 7.
Thank you. No further questions.
And for the defense on cross-examination.
Ms. Jordan, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Do you know August?
Yes.
How'd you meet August?
From school. Sorry. We met at school in a class.
What class?
Science.
According to your record and your statement, it said you met him in history class.
Yeah, history. That's what I meant.
Okay. So when you first met August, you said y'all was cool at first, right?
Yes.
What made him so cool?
He was just like a nice person, chill, fun to hang out.
Then you said he became a weirdo. She became a weirdo. What made him become a weirdo?
I guess just her fashion sense.
So you called him a weirdo, but you invited him to a pep rally.
Can you repeat the thing?
You called him a weirdo, but you invited her to a pep rally.
Yes.
So when she showed up, what did she have on?
This outfit that made it look like she was from 1994.
Ouch.
And the statement, it was 1995. Okay. So how did her outfit make you feel?
It didn't make me feel a certain way. She looked weird.
But you said you was embarrassed.
Yeah, I was embarrassed because I didn't want to hang around
That's
with
a
somebody.
feeling.
Yeah.
Okay. So what was your actions upon her making you embarrassed?
I started making fun of her.
And what was Miss August's reaction when you was making fun of her?
She felt, well, not felt, but I don't know. I'm not sure.
Somebody was making fun of you. How would you feel?
I don't know. I wouldn't feel a certain type of way. I wouldn't take it to hurt.
Okay. So you and Miss August had conversation outside of school, right?
Yes.
On the phone, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And you guys exchanged messages, right?
Yes.
Tell me about them conversations.
I texted her and
What'd you text him? What'd you text her?
that asked if she got her pants from her mom's closet.
Then what'd he say? She say?
I don't remember.
So, do you recall texting Miss August, nobody likes you, you have no friends?
Yes.
And Miss August said what?
I don't remember.
Then you proceeded to text Miss August when she wasn't responding. For real. She only texted you back like once, twice. But you proceeded to say, August, you are the dirtiest looking person ever.
Yes, I did.
How does that make you feel if somebody said that to you?
Like I said before, I wouldn't take it to heart.
Okay, but it didn't stop there. You posted a fist. And you said, getting ready for the next time I see August Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Objection, firsthand knowledge.
Wait, doesn't she have firsthand knowledge of the text she sent?
Yeah, but it's also like, maybe it was just like a fist bump, you know? It didn't have to be.
Well, I
punched.
think I will overrule the objection, and you can clarify that on cross.
You said it's a fist bump, but there is an emoji that's a fist bump. But you also posted, I don't like August Taylor. Who agrees with me? Who would fist bump somebody that you don't like? So you went to the basketball game, right?
Yeah.
With your close friend Emery, right?
Yes.
And halftime, you went to concession, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you heard a yelling. Did you know from who? Did you memorize that voice?
Yes.
Who?
August Taylor.
And do you recall what he yelled?
What are you doing here?
So what was your reaction?
I turned around and I started yelling back.
You started yelling back. So how would you think Miss August felt after you posted that you was getting ready to fight him? When you see him, see her, how do you think she felt?
I don't know. Offended, threatened, scared.
So she felt that way, and you came charging at her. What would you think Miss August felt when you came at her?
Excuse me, I did not come at her. I tried to walk away, and she kept coming towards me, and I accidentally bumped into her as I was walking away.
But even your friend said y'all was walking past her.
I just said that she was coming towards me, and she started walking in my direction.
In your statement, you said you went towards her.
Exactly, because the ways that she was, it was facing the gymnasium.
But you just told me she was coming at you.
Because I was walking towards the gymnasium, and where she was near the gymnasium, and I was walking towards the gymnasium. I wasn't walking towards her. Like I said, she was coming towards me.
But you were going in her direction.
To go to the gymnasium.
Am I making myself clear? You was going in her correct direction.
Yes, I was going towards her.
So how would you think if a person is threatening online in messages and publicly embarrassing you, and they're coming at you, how would you react?
I don't know.
Okay. So when Miss August charged at August, it wasn't for no reason. You had bumped into her. So you had walked close enough to her to bump her, not to get around her.
She was coming towards me, and I didn't make an attempt to go
But we
around
just
her.
established you went towards her.
Okay.
So you're the primary aggressor here. No further questions.
Thank you. You may step down. All right. Does the state of Ohio have any more witnesses?
No further witnesses, Your Honor.
Is the state of Ohio resting at this time? You have no more evidence to produce, correct?
Correct.
All right. So the state will rest at this time. You'll still have your opportunity for closing arguments. All right. And now for the defendant, call your first witness.
I would like to call August to the stand.
All right. August, you want to come on up? on this way.
Oh, yeah, here she is.
Yes, I did. Okay. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you'll give in this case is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. Have a seat and speak into your microphone. Counsel, when you're ready to inquire.
Okay. Hi, August.
Hello.
How's your day today?
Good, and yours?
Good. I have a couple questions for you, if you don't mind.
Okay.
So, what school do you attend to?
I attend Olentangy Academy.
And how is it at that school?
It's a really great school. I feel very welcome.
And what school did you attend at the beginning of the year?
I attend Franklin High School.
And how was that school for you?
Every day was miserable.
And could you explain why is that?
Because I endured a lot of bullying.
So how did this bullying start and when, if you could recall?
This bullying started after I went to a prep rally with who I thought to be my friend, Jordan.
Did you notify any staff or teachers about this bullying?
It was notified to the school counselor.
And what happened after that?
It was just kind of left in the air. The counselor said she would get back with me, but that never happened.
Okay. How did you meet this Jordan?
I met Jordan at senior orientation prior to school starting. And when school did start, we had history class together.
And how would you consider you and Jordan's relationship?
Well, I thought we were friends, but then a week after we met, he started making fun of me. It made me feel really bad about myself.
Have you ever seen Jordan outside of Franklin High School?
Yes, we went to pep rallies together.
And how did them occur?
Jordan asked me to go with him.
Okay. So after all this bullying, did you ever see him again?
Yes, at a basketball game at Easterville High School.
And what happened when you see him?
I yelled out because I wasn't really expecting to see him. So I yelled out, "Bro, what are you doing here?"
Then, did he say anything to you? Did he come at you?
He yelled back, and then all of a sudden he was running towards me, which was, I didn't know how to take that after the post. That it startled me, being that was the next time he seen me, after he said he had a fist ready for me the next time he seen me.
So, after the push, how did it make you feel? I'm sorry, Your Honor, for laughing.
You're fine.
But how did that push make you feel?
It made me feel, I was scared. It made me feel a lot of things. I felt that Jordan was out of control and he would do anything to hurt me. I was scared. I was helpless. I was just, really hurt.
And did anyone witness this happen?
There was a large crowd of people around once the fight occurred.
Making fun of you and laughing at you, right?
Yes.
So what officer arrested you?
His name was, or their name was, I don't know. They're in this courtroom today, though.
Okay. So, after that fight, what happened after that? Did you see him again? Did you go to jail?
No, I did not.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. And on cross-examination?
Hello, August. Hello, August. Were you at the Easterville? Were at the basketball game when Easterville was playing FHS?
Yes, I was.
What school do you go to?
I go to Olentangy Academy
If you go to Olentangy Academy, why were you at the game?
because that was my previous school, and I wanted to support my previous classmates, and see some of my previous friends.
Did you go to the concession stand that night?
Yes,
Did you happen to see Jordan?
I did.
Was Jordan walking at you? Were you walking towards him? How did that work out?
Jordan was across the room, and then he started walking toward me after I said his name.
What did you say to Jordan? What did you say to Jordan? How did he react to when Jordan was coming towards you?
When I seen Jordan, I was like, "Bro, what are you doing here?" And he began to walk towards me like in a fast manner, and I was fearful, so I reacted out of fear.
Do you think that there is a possibility that Jordan accidentally bumped into you?
No, I think his push was very spiteful.
Do you happen to think that there was a large crowd, right?
Yes, I did. Yes, it was.
Okay, so do you think that maybe after you screamed out that you were embarrassed because the large crowd kind of maybe witnessed it or maybe was looking at you?
Was I embarrassed by my scream out?
Yeah, because people were looking at you.
No, I wasn't embarrassed by what I said. I was embarrassed what he said in return to make the crowd laugh.
So Jordan pushed you, just to make that correct?
Yes.
How did you react to Jordan accidentally pushing you or bumping into you?
I don't believe it was an accident, but I reacted in self-defense, and I fought back.
So after Jordan pushed you, what did you do exactly?
I fought back, and it turned into a physical altercation.
Did you happen to punch him?
Yes.
So Jordan pushed you, and you punched him, and he was trying to get away?
Yes. He was not trying to get away.
Well, did you cause the broken ankle?
I mean, we were in an altercation.
Do you think that you acted in self-defense?
Yes, I do.
This is just a question. Has anyone at your old school or at your current school bullied you?
No, not at my current school, but at my previous school, yes. And Jordan was one who did bully me.
Was it just Jordan, or did other people help with that? Or
Jordan had people. He got people like on his team, and they all began to bully me.
From 1 to 10, how severe was the bullying?
On a scale of 1 through 10, I would rate it like an 11. It gave me severe PTSD.
Did you miss school, or how did anyone at school know about this?
Yes, the counselor did know about this, and I did stop attending school because I felt like it wasn't a safe place for me, and I would rather miss school than go somewhere where I didn't feel comfortable.
Did you happen with Jordan? Do you think that your life would be different if you weren't bullied?
Yes, I think that I would still attend Franklin High School, and I think that I wouldn't be sitting here today or ever.
Okay, no further questions, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. And you may step down.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes. We have, are you just giving me a exhibit? Oh, thank you. And does the defense have another witness they'd like to call?
Yes, I would like to call Jamie Justice to the stand.
All right, Mr. Justice, you want to come on up? Raise your right hand, sir. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you'll give in this case today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Right. Have a seat, sir, and please speak into the microphone.
Hi, what's your name?
Jamie Justice.
How you doing today?
Doing good.
I have a couple questions for you if you don't mind. What do you do for a living?
I'm a former teacher.
How many kids do you have?
One kid.
And what school do they attend to?
Easterville High School.
Do you have any involvement in your child's school?
Sometimes I supervise the concession stand at basketball games.
How often do you supervise the concession stand?
Often.
Have you ever witnessed any physical fights while working at the concession stand?
I have.
And when? What?
Easterville was playing Franklin High School, and there was an altercation between two students that did not seem as if they were from Easterville because I did not recognize them.
So you didn't know who these students were?
I had no clue.
So what like, can you explain to me what you seen when this altercation took off?
So I heard one student yell, "What are you doing here, bro?" And another student said, "Bro, you are so stupid, I could hit you right now." And I was wondering why you would threaten someone after not being threatened unprovoked, right? So then one student shoved the other student. The student that said, "I could hit you right now," shoved the other student, making the student who asked why they were here lose their footing. And the student that lost their footing started defending himself. Afterwards, Officer Dallas came in, arrested the student that was defending himself, and the student that had started the altercation with the push was taken to the hospital. And I was confused yet again as to how you could be arrested if you're just defending yourself.
And if they were in here today, would you be able to describe their clothing? Can you, if you don't, Your Honor, can I ask them to do something real quick, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you point out, not point, but can you describe the aggressor's clothing for the jury?
The aggressor had 2 braids and a white dress, and currently has their phone in their hand right now.
Okay. Can you describe the one who everybody think is the aggressor, the one who you've seen defending themselves?
The person defending themselves currently has on a pink sport coat, pink dress, and a white button down.
Exactly. That's the question.
You'd say, Your Honor, will you note for the record that the witness has identified, and then tell me what he's identified?
Can you note for the record what
he has identified who he thinks is the primary aggressor,
that he thinks is the primary aggressor,
and who he thinks is the person that was defending themselves,
and who he thinks the person is defending himself.
Yes, and we'll note for that for the record. Thank you, counsel.
Okay, thank you. No further questions.
All right, on cross-examination.
Okay, what is your name?
Jamie Justice.
Where were you the night of the Easterville basketball game?
Supervising the concession stand.
Can you describe your night?
Supervising the concession stand, handing out snacks, making sure people got what they wanted to eat.
Did anything happen that night that struck out to you?
There was a fight.
Can you describe, did you hear any noises or yelling, anything specific?
Most definitely. I heard one student yell, "Bro, what are you doing here, bro?" The other student yelled, "Bro, you are so stupid, I could hit you right now." And then a group of students seemed to be yelling at a student who was defending himself.
So you
laughing at them. Sorry.
So you heard first, "What are you doing here, bro?" First, correct?
Correct.
Can you identify the person that said that? Are they in this room?
Yes, they're pink sport coat, pink dress, white button down.
Okay. Can you
Please let the record reflect that the witness has identified
that the witness has identified
the defendant.
the defendant?
Yes, the record will reflect.
Okay, thank you. So did you see any physical interactions between the two?
I did.
Who essentially hit first?
Who I came to know is Jordan in the white dress.
Can you describe how hard the first move was?
The first push was enough for August to lose her footing and become off balance.
Do you think that a push that led no injuries equivalates to a concussion and a sprained ankle?
Most definitely, if you start a fight, you should be ready for whatever comes your way. If someone pushes you and makes you fall over and lose your balance, they definitely have the right to defend themselves.
So you saw August fall onto the ground.
I saw her lose her footing.
So she never fell onto the ground.
She lost her footing.
So you also said that there was a crowd around the two, correct?
Yes, the crowd was laughing at August, who was defending herself.
So you didn't have a clear view of the entire thing, correct?
No, I saw the crowd laughing at August, who was defending herself.
But the fight, did you have a clear view of that?
Yeah, I saw August get pushed by Jordan, and then August defend herself.
Okay. After that entire altercation, what happened to August and Jordan?
Jordan was taken to the hospital, and August was arrested by Officer Dallas.
So Jordan was hospitalized, correct?
Yes.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, sir, you may step down. And does the defense have any additional witnesses to call?
No, Your Honor.
So will the defense be resting at this time?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Then we will, again, because the state bears the burden of proof, they will go first for closing argument.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I would like to remind you that bullying is not illegal unless it is physical. You have heard testimony from Jordan Settles, Dominique Dallas, a Franklin County Police Department officer, and Emery Easton, a spectator of the incident between August Taylor and the defendant, Jordan Settles, the victim. The victim...
Objection, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, what's your objection?
Bullying is illegal. They just now made it a law.
Okay. Well, we're just actually, the argument about bullying is probably, no one introduced any evidence either way. So you can go, I'm going to be neutral on that objection, but I'll advise the jury that there's been no law presented as to whether or not bullying is legal or illegal. You may go ahead.
Jordan is a victim of felonious assault just because she wanted some distance between her and August, who kept screaming in her face. But as a result, August assaulted Jordan by punching and kicking her head on the sidewalk. And according to Ohio Law 290311, felonious assault, no person shall knowingly cause serious physical harm to another. Ohio self-defense states that to prove that the defendant's use of deadly force was not in self-defense, the state must prove beyond a reasonable doubt at least one of the following. The defendant was at fault in creating the situation giving rise to his or her use of force. The defendant did not have reasonable grounds to believe that he or she was in imminent danger of death or great bodily harm. The defendant did not have an honest, even mistaken belief that he or she was in imminent danger of death or great bodily harm. The defendant violated a duty to retreat and avoid the danger. And finally, the defendant used unreasonable force. Prosecution has proved 2, 4, and 5. 2 applies because August did not have reason to believe that she was in danger of death or great bodily harm. 4 applies because August could have taken the message Jordan was trying to give by pushing her away, and August could have just walked away. And finally, 5 applies because the defendant used unreasonable force by punching and kicking Jordan repeatedly. So I ask you, members of the jury, to find the defendant, August Taylor, guilty. Thank you.
All right, thank you. And on behalf of the closing argument for defendant.
May I approach, Your Honor?
You're going to show me that law now?
Yes.
Your Honor, I thought that they rested. I thought that meant they couldn't show any more evidence.
Well, but then you opened the door in closing argument by making the statement that it wasn't.
Right.
I'm sorry, what are you showing me on this?
Right here. Feel this.
This is the felonious assault law. All right, how about this? We'll just leave it as it is, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, excellent. All right, closing argument.
I said to see where you go.
Where's the school?
All right, and on behalf of the defendant.
First off, Your Honor, I would like to thank you for your time.
No, pull your mic up. There you go. All right, go ahead.
That's hard. I can't not do that.
You're fine. Just focus on the jury and your argument. Don't listen to co-counsel, okay? All right.
First off, Your Honor, I would like to thank you for your time, as well as the ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Today, all the evidence presented and the witness testimony proves that my client, August Taylor, is innocent and was acting in self-defense. The text messages and Instagram posts shows how aggressive Jordan was and contained threats. With these threats, Jordan pushed August first at the basketball game. This past history with Jordan has caused August's PTSD and anxiety. At the basketball game, this anxiety, this fear, is what caused August to fight back after Jordan pushed. Jordan's injuries does not change the fact that August was acting in self-defense. As well, if Jordan is a better person now, it doesn't erase the emotional scars and damage that Jordan caused to August. Jordan attacked August first, and August defended herself. With all these facts, I ask that you, the jury, see my client as innocent. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Nothing additional from either party? Then, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we're going to do a little non-traditional deliberation today, but I will briefly, the state of Ohio gave for you the law. I'm going to briefly run through it again, and then I'll just perhaps go around to each of you, and you can tell me if you're voting guilty, not guilty, or you can also be undecided. All right? So the defendant is charged with one count of felonious assault under the Ohio Revised Code 2903.11. That is defined as being no person shall knowingly cause serious physical harm to another. However, the defendant has alleged that she acted in self-defense. Under Ohio self-defense law, to prove that the defendant's use of deadly force was not in self-defense, the state must prove beyond a reasonable doubt at least one of the following. One, the defendant was at fault in creating the situation giving rise to his or her use of force, or two, the defendant did not have reasonable grounds to believe that he or she was in imminent danger of death or great bodily harm. Three, the defendant did not have an honest belief, even if mistaken, that he or she was in imminent danger of death or great bodily harm. Four, the defendant violated a duty to retreat or to avoid the danger. Or five, the defendant used reasonable force. So that is the applicable law in this case. You've heard all the evidence that you're going to hear. So pause here just for a couple minutes, let you think that over, and then I'm going to come around and ask you each for your verdict. And we'll go this way. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll number that way. So have you had time to deliberate, ladies and gentlemen? All right. Again, guilty, not guilty, or undecided. Juror number 1.
Juror number 1, I am going to say that I think I want to say not guilty because the person in the pink, they had a right to defend themselves, and that injury was caused because the person in the white was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and she caused that drama, and that all she got was whatever happened in the hospital. Kudos to her, because it could have went all the way left. So
Okay.
I'm saying the person in the pink is innocent,
Okay, so you're voting not guilty.
I guess.
All right, so that's one for not guilty. Juror number 2,
Not good.
not guilty. Juror number 3,
Not good.
juror number 4,
Not
juror number 5,
Not guilty.
juror number 6, juror number 7.
I think the state proved that the force was
Guilty. I lost count. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8. Juror number 8.
Not guilty.
Juror number 9.
Not guilty.
Okay. So again, as I previously indicated, in Ohio law, that would be a hung jury, right? Because it has to be unanimous to convict somebody. So even the one person who says, I feel like in this case, the state did prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt, that would render this a hung jury and we would not have a verdict. Obviously, there are more not guilties and guilties. And I just want to say to the state of Ohio, never let a jury verdict make you feel like you were out lawyered necessarily, because it's all about, usually about the facts, right? You had to deal with the facts that you had to deal with. And obviously the history of bullying was hard to overcome. And the first kind of shove was hard to overcome for the state of Ohio. So do absolutely never take a verdict personally. Having been a trial attorney before a judge for 26 years, I will say never take a verdict personally. Other than that, I want to say, first of all, you are all absolutely amazing. And let's hear it for everybody. And so I just want to tell you that what you all just did here today can be one of the scariest, most nerve-wracking things that you can do. I have lawyers, like I said, I tried cases for 26 years. There was never a time I stood up in front of a jury that I wasn't nervous to start talking. And I have lawyers in here every day on the record arguing to juries and talking, and they are nervous. And I just want to tell you how impressed and proud I am that at your young age that you all came in here and did such an amazing job. You were so brave. You were so well-spoken, articulate. You knew your case. I realized the he, she, because I know your fact pattern changed all the time, whether or not the witness was a girl or a boy. I understand that happens. But you all did an amazing job, and you should be very, very proud of yourself, because the camp is like a week, right? And Judge Miller came and gave you some rules of evidence.
Yeah, we had 1 day to study. Really,
one day to study. Right. That's what I'm talking about. 1 day to study, and then you came in here and made it happen. So you should all be so impressed. I know your family and all are super proud of you. So before you all take off, I do have a certificate for you. And then I thought if anyone participating wants to get a picture with me in front of the bench, we can do that. As long as someone takes one from my phone. From me. Okay.
What's the final? That's the final.